Did you know the average American now spends $850 per year on unnecessary vehicle maintenance and repairs? What's even more shocking is that many modern car problems are not caused by broken parts. They're caused by confused computers. Modern vehicles contain anywhere from 30 to over 100 electronic control modules, and all of them communicate thousands of times every second. When one of these computers stores bad adaptive data or loses calibration after a battery change or repair, then your vehicle can suddenly develop rough idling, sluggish acceleration, hard shifting, warning lights, or poor fuel economy. But don't worry. In this video, I'm going to show you 9 simple but professional reset tricks that can fix these issues almost instantly. These reset procedures take only a few minutes and cost absolutely nothing. Let's jump right in. Trick number 1. Make your car AC ice cold. If your air conditioner blows warm air on one side, the airflow suddenly changes by itself, or the vents refuse to switch between defrost and face mode, then the problem may not always be a failing compressor. Modern climate control systems use electronic blend door actuators and position sensors that automatically regulate airflow and cabin temperature. When battery power is interrupted or an actuator loses its calibration, then your car's HVAC control module may no longer know the exact position of these doors. That may lead to incorrect airflow or uneven cooling. Many manufacturers include a built-in recalibration procedure that can restore normal operation. Follow these steps to reset and restore your AC performance like new again. Step 1. Turn the ignition to the on position without starting the engine. Step 2. Set the climate control to its coldest temperature setting and leave the fan on a low or medium speed. Step 3. If you own a GM, Chrysler, Ford, Honda, or Toyota model, then press and hold the defrost and recirculation buttons together for about 5 seconds. Step 4. Watch the climate control panel carefully. The indicator lights may begin flashing while you hear faint clicking or whirring sounds from behind the dashboard for 30 to 45 seconds. Don't touch any buttons during this process. Step 5. Once lights stop flashing and ticking noise ceases, start the engine and test every HVAC function. After this reset, many owners notice colder airflow, smoother temperature changes, and more consistent fan operation. Trick number 2. Key fob resynchronization. Imagine walking toward your car, pressing the unlock button, and absolutely nothing happens. Before assuming the key fob is broken, remember that many modern vehicles occasionally lose communication with the body control module after a weak battery replacement, or electrical interruption. The first step is always replacing the key fob battery if it's weak. If the battery is good, but the remote still doesn't respond, try resynchronizing it. Here is how to do it. Step 1. Identify key fob inductive pocket that is commonly marked on steering column, inside center console storage, or right against Start-Stop button. Step 2. Hold the nose of key fob directly touching the Start-Stop button or rest it in center console backup slot. Step 3. Press firmly on brake pedal and hold the Start-Stop button down for 10 consecutive seconds without releasing. During this time, the immobilizer coil energizes passive chip inside fob, clears rolling code offset error, and fires engine ignition. Once the engine starts successfully, test the lock and unlock buttons again after shutting the vehicle off. In many cases, the key fob immediately resumes normal operation because the rolling security code has been synchronized again. Trick number 3. Battery management system reset. Many newer vehicles don't simply charge the battery at a fixed voltage anymore. Instead, they use an advanced battery management system, often called the BMS, which continuously monitors battery age, temperature, charging cycles, and electrical demand. If you replace your battery without resetting or registering it, then your car may continue charging it using the old battery's profile. This can lead to undercharging, overcharging, reduced battery life, or persistent charging system warning lights. European brands such as BMW, Audi, Mercedes-Benz, Volkswagen, and Mini are especially known for requiring battery registration after replacement. Some newer domestic and Asian vehicles have similar systems as well. After installing the new battery, connect an OBD2 scan tool capable of battery registration. Navigate to the Battery Management or Service Functions menu and follow the prompts to register the battery's capacity and type. If your vehicle supports automatic registration, simply drive it through several complete ignition cycles so the system can begin learning. Spending just a few extra minutes performing this reset can add years to your battery's service life and help your alternator operate much more efficiently. Trick number 4. Throttle body relearn. If your car hesitates when you press the gas pedal or idles roughly after battery replacement or throttle body cleaning, then the problem might not be mechanical at all. Electronic throttle bodies have replaced traditional throttle cables in almost every modern vehicle built during the last 2 decades. Instead of your foot directly opening the throttle plate, the computer commands an electric motor to control airflow. Because of this, the throttle body must know its exact, fully closed position. After battery power is lost or carbon deposits are removed, those reference values can become inaccurate. That can lead to poor throttle response, fluctuating RPM, or stalling at idle. Many repair shops charge between $80 and $150 simply to perform a throttle relearn procedure that often takes less than 10 minutes. To do it yourself, follow these steps. Step 1. Turn the ignition key to the on position without starting the engine and leave it there for 30 seconds. During this time, you may hear a faint buzzing sound as the throttle motor calibrates itself. Step 2. Turn the ignition completely off for another 30 seconds. Step 3. Repeat the process once more. Step 4. Start the engine and allow it to idle until it reaches full operating temperature without touching the accelerator pedal. Step 5. Now take the vehicle for a smooth 10 to 15-minute drive using gentle acceleration so the computer can fine-tune throttle response. Always remember that some manufacturers, like Nissan, Honda, and GM, require slightly different procedures, so it's worth checking your owner's manual before performing the relearn. Once complete, many drivers notice smoother acceleration, steadier idle speed, and improved throttle response. Trick number 5. Power window reset. Have your power windows ever stopped using the one-touch feature after replacing the battery? You're definitely not alone. Every year, thousands of dealership visits are caused by window systems that simply lost their calibration rather than suffering an actual hardware failure. Modern power windows include an anti-pinch safety system that prevents injuries by detecting unexpected resistance while the glass is closing. To do this accurately, the control module must remember the window's fully open and fully closed positions. If battery power is interrupted, that memory may disappear. That may cause the window to reverse direction, stop halfway, or lose its automatic up and down function. The window reset is surprisingly simple. Follow these steps. Step 1. Turn the ignition on. Step 2. Fully close the affected window, then continue holding the switch in the up position for about 5 to 10 seconds. Step 3. Now lower the window completely and hold the switch down for another 5 to 10 seconds. Step 4. Raise the window fully once more while again holding the switch after it reaches the top. This teaches the module the correct travel limits and usually restores one-touch operation and anti-pinch functionality. If the reset doesn't work for your vehicle, then the problem may involve a faulty window regulator, damaged switch, or failing motor rather than lost calibration. Trick number 6. TPMS reset. One of the most frustrating dashboard lights is the tire pressure monitoring system warning. In the United States alone, studies estimate that nearly 1 out of every 4 vehicles on the road has at least one underinflated tire. However, sometimes you have already corrected the tire pressure, yet the warning light refuses to disappear. That's because many TPMS systems need to be reset after adjusting tire pressures, rotating tires, or replacing a tire. Here's how to reset your TPMS. Step 1. First, use a quality tire pressure gauge and inflate all 4 tires to the pressure listed on the driver's door sticker. Step 2. Locate the TPMS reset button, which is often found beneath the steering wheel, inside the glove box, or within the Infotainment settings menu. Step 3. Turn the ignition to the on position without starting the engine. Step 4. Now press and hold the TPMS reset button until the warning light blinks 3 times. Step 5. Release the button and start the vehicle. Step 6. Drive your vehicle for approximately 10 to 20 minutes at speeds above 30 miles per hour. This allows the sensors to transmit updated pressure information. Once completed, the warning light should disappear, confirming that the system has successfully relearned the tire pressures. Trick number 7. Electronic oil level sensor force reread. Modern luxury and performance vehicles from brands like BMW, Audi, Mercedes, and Porsche have completely eliminated the traditional mechanical oil dipstick in favor of electronic oil level sensors mounted in the oil pan. These sensors use thermal dispersion, or ultrasonic reflection, to calculate oil volume, and then update the dashboard display only after specific driving parameters are met. If you top off or change your motor oil at home, then the dashboard gauge often displays oil level unavailable, or continues showing the old low level for hours or days. That causes anxiety over potential engine damage. Instead of waiting or paying a shop to force a readout via factory software, you can trigger an immediate manual sensor sweep by using these steps. Step 1. Park vehicle on a completely flat, level surface. Ensure engine oil is warm, about 160 degrees Fahrenheit. Step 2. Open the engine hood. Step 3. Turn the ignition on with the engine running at operating temperature. Step 4. With engine idling in park, access the oil level screen and hold the stock B/C button or cluster trip stem down for 10 seconds. This signals the engine management unit that maintenance has been performed and forces the electronic dipstick to run an instant static oil level check. Step 5. A progress bar or clock icon will appear on cluster. Wait 1 to 2 minutes for the sensor to sweep and display live oil capacity. Trick number 8. Fix frozen screens. Today's infotainment systems are often more powerful than the computers that guided astronauts to the moon. They manage navigation, Bluetooth, smartphone connectivity, backup cameras, climate controls, and dozens of vehicle settings. Unfortunately, like any computer, they occasionally freeze or develop software glitches. Consumer surveys consistently rank infotainment issues among the most common owner complaints on newer vehicles. Symptoms include black screens, frozen touchscreens, Bluetooth devices refusing to connect, backup cameras failing to display, delayed touchscreen response, or random system reboots. Before assuming the head unit has failed, try performing a hard reset. If you have Toyota, Honda, or Acura model, then simply press and hold the infotainment system's power button for 10 to 20 seconds until the screen turns black and restarts. For Ford, hold seek right and power or volume knob together for 7 seconds. For Subaru, hold power or volume knob down for 10 seconds until display goes completely black and restarts. After the reboot, reconnect your phone and verify that Bluetooth, navigation, and audio functions operate normally. A simple restart often fixes issues that many owners mistakenly believe require an expensive replacement radio. Trick number 9. Fix stability control and steering warnings. If you have recently had a wheel alignment, replaced your battery, changed suspension components, or disconnected the steering system, then you might suddenly see the traction control, ABS, or electronic stability control warning lights appear on your dashboard. One of the most common reasons is that the steering angle sensor has lost its calibration. Modern safety systems rely on this sensor hundreds of times every second to determine whether the vehicle is following the driver's intended direction. Even a few degrees of incorrect calibration can cause stability control to activate unnecessarily or disable itself completely. Follow these steps to reset your steering angle sensor. Step 1. Park on level ground with front wheels pointing straight ahead. Step 2. Start the engine. Step 3. Turn steering wheel all the way to the far left until it stops. Hold firmly for 2 seconds. Step 4. Turn steering wheel smooth and continuously all the way to the far right until it stops. Hold firmly for 2 seconds. Step 5. Return steering wheel to dead center. Step 6. Turn engine off. Wait 30 seconds and restart. The traction or ESP light will turn off automatically. However, if the warning lights remain on after calibration, the issue could involve a faulty steering angle sensor, wheel speed sensor, or alignment problem that requires further inspection. That's all for this video, and now we want to hear from you. Which reset trick surprised you the most, and has one of these methods ever fixed your car? Share your experience in the comments below. It could help thousands of other drivers facing the same issue.